Hello everyone, my name is Bryan Kassa and I am president of the Shuswap Community Foundation. Following lifting of the COVID restrictions, October 2022 is the first time in 3 years that we'll be able to hold an in-person annual community meeting. However, for those of you who will be unable to attend the in-person meeting, we want to share with you the extraordinary good work done by community groups throughout the Shuswap and foundation donors who support those community groups. What will follow will be a series of videos from grant recipients talking about their project that were funded through the foundation. Of course, none of this would have been possible without the generosity of our donors. So on behalf of the board of directors, we wish to extend a big thank you for opening your hearts and your wallets in order to make the Shuswap a better place to live. I'd also like to thank our staff, Roger Parento, our manager, and Robin Keating, our administrative assistant. Indeed, they are the face of the foundation. This year has been a significant year for the foundation for a number of reasons. For the fiscal year 2021-22, we're able to provide grants or payout grants totaling just under $494,000. This was achieved despite the fact that stock markets worldwide suffered significant declines and our own portfolio was down 11.3%. We were able to do this as a result of a strategic decision made by the board in 2011. In particular, we designed the investment portfolio not only to be able to provide sufficient monies for annual grants, but also to factor in future inflation and inevitable stock market downturns. As a result, we will be able to continue to help community groups throughout the Shuswap. Secondly, this year, the federal government concluded a review of charitable foundations across Canada. There were two notable legislative changes. First, effective January 2023, the distribution rate for grants will increase from 3.5% to 5%. Now, to put this into perspective, for the year 2021-22, the Shuswap Community Foundation set a higher distribution rate of 5.5%. Secondly, provided that they meet specific requirements, we will now be able to pay grants directly to non-qualified donees. These are community groups that do not have charitable registration status, but because of the legislation change, we will now be able to pay grants to community groups who previously did not qualify. However, the most exciting news occurred in September of this year when an anonymous donor provided the largest donation in our history, totaling $1.6 million, in order to create the Jobs Endowment Fund. Grants from this endowment fund will be used to support entrepreneurial initiatives throughout the Shuswap. Again, this would not have been able to have been achieved without the legislation change, which with respect to paying grants to non-qualified donees. Lastly, I would like to thank the Grants Adjudication Committee comprised of Melanie Dyer, Paige Hillen, Sharon Gavel, Judy Moore, Lori Page, Ralph Seghetto, and Lindsay Wong. These directors spend an enormous amount of time poring over grant applications in order to decide how best to support our community. So, without further ado, I invite you to hear from our grant recipients and thank you for supporting the Shuswap Community Foundation.